Hi guys, hope you're all well, and I hope you've all had the best Christmas or holiday break that you can have had during these dodgy times. We've had a nice, quiet, peaceful one, so I hope yours has been the same. Anyway, today I thought we would just do something simple but with a bit of a twist on it. So what you're going to need is some plain coloured clay. Again, you can use what you want, guys. I'm just using black because they're the sort of colours that I like. This was some scrap I had, and it's actually Fimo and Premo mixed. It's a bit sticky, and I do have a few little bubbles trapped in it, but I've done my best to get most of them out, and I'm going to texturise it so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. So yeah, you just need some plain clay. This is on a 0, and I'm going to fold it over so it'll be a double 0 if you like. You're going to need a different colour. I've come up with this idea because some of you probably know, if you follow me, that I also make different sorts of jewellery, and I've done something similar, and I've used copper wire, and I just thought, I've done a test piece, so it does work. I thought I'd try it with clay, so I'm going to use my extruder. Now this is just a cheapy one I got from eBay, but it does the job, and I'm going to use the one with the loads of holes in, because we're going to make some pretend wire using, I'm going to use this scrap of copper that I had on my desk. I'm going to get it really nice and soft as well to put in the extruder. So a pretty simple one today. I'm going to use this cutter. I've now found the link to this shop. It's called Wow London. I've put it in my description. They were closed last time I looked, just because of the holidays, I think. So that's where I've got these cutters from. So yeah, I'm just going to use this cutter, and I'm going to cut a hole in this shape around here, just using this small rectangle cutter. Again, you can use what shapes you want, guys. The idea is that we're going to put a hole in, and we're going to thread some of this copper through once it's been baked, and rebake it. So I'll just get everything prepped, or I'm going to use a bit of cling film just to round my edges off. I'll get everything prepped, and I'll be back in a sec. Okay guys, I've folded the clay over, rolled it a little lightly just to make sure there's no air trapped, and I've just burnished it a little bit because I did have a couple of finger marks in it. And what I'm going to use for texture is, I've got some oh, I forgot what it's called, acrylic painting canvas. This is one that I've got in a book, and I'm just going to use this to put some texture on it. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe because there's a bit of cat fluff on it. Thank you, Colin, because it's black, so it must be him. And I'm just going to place this over my clay and give it a roll in. I don't want a massive amount of texture, I just wanted something that, just in case some of those pesky bubbles turned up, that they would, it wouldn't affect the clay too much. And I'm just going to put my cling film over loosely and cut my shape. that's gone through. I'll just take this excess away out of the way. And I'm going to use my rectangle cutter. Again, just put some cling film over loosely. And let me just make sure I'm in the right position. I've got a bit of reflection on the plastic, so I can't quite see. I think that's about right. I'm just going to cut through there, like so. Now it has, oh, another bit of cat fluff. Maybe I should have, I might just do it in a minute. I'll just take this centre piece out, just smooth my edges back in, because it just distorted it a little. Sometimes I like to leave the outside cutter on, but I can't with this one because of the bar, and it stops it distorting. Flipping cat fluff everywhere. Come out, got you. So that's that. I'm just going to pop my paper back over and just give it a little rub, because the cling film took the pattern off. There we go. And that's perfect for what I want. So let's get this on a piece of paper. And I'm going to bake this for half an hour. I'm not going to worry about crumbs and stuff because I don't want it to get distorted. So I shall clean the crumbs up. Can you hear Doris? She's crying because I've shut the window and she wants to come in. I'm just going to take this and just sort that edge out there. Right, so I'm going to bake this now for half an hour. And then we'll come back and do some stuff with this copper clay. See you in a minute. Hi guys, I'm back. I've just taken the burrs off the edge that I had with my Dremel, and I'm just going to smooth them down a bit with my nail files. They weren't too bad because they'd kind of baked off and stuck to the bit of paper. So they came off quite easily. I'm just taking those burrs off. Just let me get my other file with the fine bit. I've ordered some more of these, but they haven't... I think with everything that's going on, everything's taking a bit longer than normal. Plus with the holidays and stuff. There we go, and I'll just give it a bit of a wipe, make sure there's no dust on there. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Got a couple on the inside here. Let's just see if this will catch them. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's worked. I'll just soften them off with this other file. Give it a wipe. Right, so that's the pendant. Looks like a bottle opener, doesn't it? You know, oh, hopefully it doesn't look like a bottle opener when we've finished. Right, I've got my copper clay and I've been playing with it, so it is quite soft. And I'm just going to take a bit off and pop it into my extruder. If you're any good at rolling sausages, you could just roll them by hand. I'm just really rubbish at doing that. So an extruder's a bit easier for me. And of course, if you've got some copper wire, you could just use copper wire. But I thought I'd try and do it with clay. Get my end on. Oh, get rid of that dust. There we go, and I'm just gonna do some sausages, or whatever you want to call them. String. And there we go. It's more than enough for what we need. It's just, I like those tinier holes. I'm just going to take one. In fact, I'll just take a couple out, and then I've got some separated already. And all I'm going to do is, starting on the back, is I'm just going to gently press that to the back, and then as I turn it over, you'll be able to see. I'm just going to carefully pass the string through the hole. Oh, it's come unstuck. I'm just going to hold that with my finger at the back, and what I'm going to do is just weave it. It is a bit fiddly, but it does help that we've pre-baked. I'm just going to weave it in and out like you would if you were wire wrapping. So up and over, just coax it down, up and over, and I'm not pulling it tight because I don't want it to break. Like I say, it's a little bit fiddly, but I think once you've done it, I just need to get that, let me find something pokey. This one's wrapped itself on the opposite side. I just want to get it on the right side. That's it. And again, up. Come on, you fiddly thing. Up and over. Just get that to line up. That one's still crossed over a bit. There we go, that's better. And up. Oh. And over. And you can see you start to get like a little woven pattern starting. Up and over. I think I'm just going to take that one over, take it to the back, get these positioned nicely like so, and I'm just going to make sure that, let's just move them up a little bit. There we go. And space them a little bit. And then all I'm going to do is just turn this over and pinch that piece off. And I'm just going to flatten those edges down at the back so that I know that they're stuck to the backing. And I'm just going to leave it with that, like that. And I'm going to pop this back in now on a piece of paper. And obviously you could fill that hole if you wanted to, guys. I just wanted to show you the gist of it. just straightening them up a bit. Yeah, I'm going to pop this back in the oven now for 20 minutes, half an hour again, just to make sure that that string is baked really well. And we'll come back when it's done. See you in a minute. Hi guys, all done. I did redo my weaving. It was a bit untidy, I wasn't happy with it, so before I popped it in the oven I just neatened it up a bit so you can see it looks a bit better front and back. And I'm just gonna I think I'll just do a simple cord on this. It's quite a masculine style, isn't it? So I think I'm just gonna drill a hole in and just put a dark jump ring on it. I think, or maybe pass a bit of sari cord through, but I will just put a big, got these rhodium plated so that they look quite dark. I haven't got any copper ones that size, or I'd have done copper. Where's my little drill bits gone? They've disappeared on me again. And in this tub, yeah, so I'm just going to drill a couple of holes. I'll just use my fine one and then the next one up, because I think that maybe, we'll see. So I'll pop it about there, I think. And then it can just be a simple pendant. If I'd have thought about it, I could have put a little bail on the back, and then I wouldn't have had to do this, because it is quite a thin pendant, so I don't trust drilling that way for the wire, but I think this will work fine. I think I need to do a bigger hole, so I'll just get me bigger, drill bit out, because they are quite sizable, those large jump rings. Let's give it a spin and it cleans the hole out. Give it that dust. There we go. Lovely clean hole through there. Grab some pliers. And we'll get this jump ring on. And these are quite thick jump rings. Makes them a little bit more substantial. There we go. Hold of it properly. Let's just make sure that that's where it should be. There we go. So I've just put a simple jump ring in this one, and you know, I don't think they'd stand a massive poke in, but they're substantial enough. Let me get a bit of paper. They're substantial enough that they're not going to go anywhere. They're stuck at the side, so I think they look quite cute. Right guys, I'll leave it there, and you'll see the Faux at the beginning. I'll just put it on a simple wire. But there you go, a really simple pendant. You can use whatever colours you want, whatever textures you want. And I'm not going to buff these at all. I think just like that it looks like it's aged copper, doesn't it? Right guys, I'll leave you to it. Thanks for watching. See you soon.